Academy of Art University's KR News is next. Coming up, a behind-the-scenes look at the Vegas scene leading up to the big fight. Our own Terrell Butler was there at the red carpet.
The inside story of one of the most successful college radio stations in the country. It's right here at AAU.
Presidential candidates are making an appearance in the Bay Area this week.
And if you're ever thought of hosting your own talk show, we have a film preview of a woman who's done just that. These stories and more to come.
Good evening, I'm Matt Seska.
And I'm Kayla Pritchett. Thanks for joining us here at Academy of Art University's K-Art News. Here's what's happening.
Stephen Curry is the NBA MVP after a terrific NBA season where he broke his own three-point record and led the Warriors on a historic season. Curry beat out both James Harden and LeBron James with a wide margin between votes. For those of you who were late to the bandwagon, you still have your chance. The Warriors are currently in round 2 of the NBA playoffs against the Memphis Grizzlies, with a pivotal Game 3 taking place this Saturday at 5 p.m. on NBC. Stay tuned as Cody Young has more on Steph Curry and the Warriors later on in the show.
People in Las Vegas are still tallying up the receipts from what was possibly the biggest sporting event in history. In spite of all the money, the changing hands, K-Art News' Terrell Butler was on the scene, finding out how fight fans were able to save their money there.
The Mayweather vs. Pacquiao fight in Las Vegas is one of the largest main events in the history of boxing. Hotel fees on the Las Vegas Strip are at the very least doubled in price. I spoke to fight fans who say it isn't hard to stay in Vegas without breaking your bank.
Some veterans out here, we ain't gonna fall for the overprice. We rented a condo off the Strip, like 5 minutes walking. And I mean, I've been here ever since I've been 21, so we just know the in and outs.
It normally costs big bucks to hobnob among celebrity figures like Derwin Davis, Jesse Jackson, John Voight, Charles Barkley, and Mark Wahlberg. But fight fans like Jay and Jessica Martinez say they booked their flight and hotel reservations before Vegas knew what was about to take place.
We booked it the day after they announced the fight was made. So I think it was a Saturday. They announced it on a Friday, and then we booked Saturday right after that. The room rates actually that next day wasn't high yet. It was still normal right after, like 24 hours after they announced it. So I think it was still normal price.
The savvy fight fans who booked their rooms well in advance are saving over $300 a night on this weekend. Rooms on the Strip are going for no less than $600 a night. And for the fight fans who are still trying to get a ticket into this fight, good luck. Seats in the rafters way up high are going for no less than $1,000 a seat.
And if you were at home, I think pay-per-view is what, $99, right?
Yeah,
have everyone you want come over and have a good time, but you know, we're here to support Mayweather, so I'm not sure how much of that cut he's gonna get, but I hope he gets a lot.
In Las Vegas, I'm Terrell Butler for Academy of Art University's K-Art News.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and his money team brand are expected to collect over $200 million from this one fight.
Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton started her statewide fundraising trip here in San Francisco and will head to the Silicon Valley for another event tomorrow. Republican candidate Rand Paul will also be fundraising at the event here in San Francisco on Saturday.
Muni riders are happy in a new announcement. Muni is getting an additional $48 million in funding. Under the plan, the money will go towards hiring 244 more bus drivers, train operators, as well as mechanics, janitors, and cleaning crew. $26 million for new hybrid buses and light rail vehicles. This is an historic investment as it's the first time the budget has gone over the $1 billion mark. If you didn't know, San Francisco is one of the most expensive cities to live in. The current minimum wage is $10.74 an hour. The Board of Supervisors is raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. This voting session needed a majority vote to win. Gradually each year, the minimum wage in San Francisco will be raised to reach $15. It will be $12.25 this year, $13 the next year, $14 in the next year, and $15 in 2018.
A San Francisco woman is really ticked off, so upset she's moving out. This is after her landlord raised her rent by over 400%. Deb Folenstad says she was forced to move because of the pricey $9,000 a month rent. She argues it's a violation of rent control laws and believes she should be compensated. The landlord disagrees and says that the rent control doesn't apply to the single-family home. He has no intention of paying Folenstad the $5,000 relocation fee. For now, she's couch surfing. Entire neighborhoods in the city are facing gentrification and rising costs. And in the Mission District, this is causing a change of culture as a new wave of people are moving in. I went out to find out more. San Francisco's Mission District is a largely Hispanic area. Through gentrification, though, we are now seeing the demographic of the area change. Mission resident Paulo Pavoni explains.
Some of the differences I see now is that there's a lot of techies or yuppies, which is basically all the new people that are coming to the Mission who are getting all these tech jobs and everything. And I see a lot less Latin people or Hispanic people in the Mission. And there's also a lot less children or kids playing around in the Mission as well.
Historically, the Mission District has been a very cultured environment. However, now with the gentrification, it poses the question, what is the outlook on this culture going forward?
No, I don't think it's going to have much of an impact, especially here, like in the Mission. You see all these murals and everything. I think that's going to be really hard to replace. Kind of just how it is out in North Beach with Little Italy. There's not many Italians that still live there, but obviously you can tell that it had a big impact. You see all these Italian restaurants, all the murals, a lot of Italian flags still waving around.
I guess there's positives and negatives, whereas there's not as much crime going on in the Mission now as a positive, but the negative, I would say, is that the Mission District is losing its culture with its local.
In San Francisco, I'm Matt Seska for Academy of Arts, KR News. With so many unfamiliar faces coming into the Mission, now it's going to take both the newcomers and the locals to keep the Mission District's culture alive and well.
It seems that homeless people in San Francisco are being targeted more than ever before. The number of citations used to people sleeping or camping in the city's open spaces has increased six-fold in the past 4 years. From January to March, nearly 700 citations have been issued compared to just 977 in all of 2014. A spokeswoman for the mayor's office says the citation increase is a matter of public safety. If the trend continues at this rate, the total this year would far exceed the rise seen in recent years. The San Francisco 49ers have upset their new neighbors once again, and this time it's not about parking. Santa Clara's youth soccer program plans to meet Saturday to protest Levi Stadium's smoking section. Concerned it's too close to the children's playing field, they want the Niners to relocate the section. The 49ers insist the section's been moved and claim the isolation incident happened months ago. The Youth League vice president says he doesn't think the issues will go away and believes the two parties need to work together to find a common ground.
The Academy of Arts radio station is getting big numbers while giving students a chance to use the skills they learn here in the Multimedia Communications department in a less structured format. Station employee and KR News reporter Ricardo Ayar has more.
These students got to use their video production skills, which they've learned in other classes here at AAU, while making this promo for their new shows on UrbanKnightsRadio.com.
You might want to kick off your shoes and put on a cup of tea because you're listening to UrbanKnightsRadio.com, the sound of artists.
Working at the station is just like taking any other classes here, but with a few more added responsibilities.
What's up, Ricardo? I put the shows in, I cut out any old shows. I like whatever's playing right here, so I don't lose that guy's number. That's pretty much my job. I tried the website one time. That did not go too well. I ended up deleting the entire site, shutting it down for less than 24 hours, but...
My position at the station is marketing/promoting, so with a lot of the Tuesday Tune stuff, I help trying to manage what's going on, what day we're going to get it, who has the flyers, who's doing what, and I also help with the social media aspect.
On Instagram, Twitter, I remind everyone to tweet about their shows, post on Instagram. Pretty much I have to run that page so people see that we're always active.
So, although the station is only 2 years old, it's been only in the last year that the station has really begun to see a lot of changes as far as listeners.
Look at these numbers the last few months. This one's incomplete, so it'll land, but going
that's when we
close to
started.
300,000. Up.
Nice.
Big numbers.
It was awesome.
Thank you.
You have a great voice. From YouTube and hearing you live is...
So what keeps these worker bees going? The members of the staff we spoke to attribute their success to two things.
You know, I think this class has helped me branch out to people that I normally wouldn't.
And I feel like with this class, I'm more like myself. I'm more relaxed, and you have the chance to just do what you want, be yourself.
Basically, we get to do whatever we want, and it's great because I've never had this much freedom in a class, and I don't think ever, ever.
In San Francisco,
Listen to UrbanKnightsRadio.com.
The sound of art.
Ricardo Ayor for Academy of Art University's K-Art News.
Urban Knights Radio's partnership with iHeartRadio has allowed the station to develop a big international fan base, especially in Germany. Now for more on what's going on here at AAU, here's Enosh Williams.
The AAU 2015 BFA Fashion Show and Open House is right around the corner. This special event takes place Saturday, May 16th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. The live runway show, however, will begin at 12:30 sharp. Seating is very limited, so you may want to RSVP for this one, well, now. Graduation is right around the corner for many grad and undergraduate students, and it's nice to know that all that hard work is finally paid off. The ceremony will take place at the Cow Palace of Arts on May 21st and 22nd. For more information regarding these ceremonies, please contact the help desk at online@academy.edu. The Spring Show Open House will take place Saturday, May 30th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 2225 Gerald Street. Courtesy shuttles will be available at 79 New Montgomery for the duration of the event. See some of the best work represented in all 28 majors here at the Academy of Art. This is your moment, so see how far you too can stretch your talents. That's it for this edition of AAU News. See you next time.
Thanks, Enosh. Next up, meet a multimedia student on the women's soccer team. Cotter Smith has the fast and furious side of Kiyomi Mitsuda.
Thanks, guys. I'm here today with Kiyomi Mitsuda, a student athlete at the Academy of Art University. She's a soccer player from Torrance,
There we go.
Los Angeles, Beach City. She's radio station marketing manager. Kiyomi, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm kind of tired. It's been a long day, but I am doing great.
Did you wake up and have that internship this morning?
Yes, I do. I wake up at 4 in the morning, 3 times a week. And I intern at 97.3 Alice radio station. I'm basically the coffee girl and the go-getter, and whatever they want me to do, I'll do it because that's my job.
How's that been so far?
It's been good. It's a good experience. It's tiring. I need a nap every day. Nap time is very good now.
How much longer do you have with that internship?
Until next week, so the 12th.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're almost done.
Yeah.
Okay. Finish line is in the distance.
Yeah.
So you were telling me the other day, which I think was really interesting, is besides soccer, you race cars.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So it's actually a family thing. My great-grandpa did it in a Porsche, my Nana did it, and my dad did it. So now it's my turn to do it.
Okay, so your grandpa, your Nana, your dad, and now you. What kind of racing?
It's called rally racing. Well, my dad did 2 different types. One is rally racing, where you slalom through the cones and you have to compete for time.
Yeah.
And the other one's like the regular track, and you have to, whoever wins, it's so many laps, you know. The traditional.
NASCAR?
Not NASCAR.
You're a NASCAR hater, huh?
Yes.
Just go left.
There's nothing
What
to
kind
it.
of cars are you driving?
I'm currently driving a Mini Cooper S, a 2005 model. I'm going to go home and beef it up a little bit, and then my first race is on the 24th of May.
Is it your personal car, or do you have it like all with like a number and all that?
Yeah, it's my personal car. I actually just got my stickers and everything the other day in the mail.
Really?
Yeah.
What number are you?
I am 225. It's
225.
Yeah.
Significant?
It was my dad's, so now it's mine.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you've got your own Mini Cooper. Do you also drive this car around town?
Yeah.
And you're going to be racing like slalom races?
Yeah.
Any hopes of or aspirations to be like Danica Patrick or something like that?
Unfortunately, I'm too old to do that.
Really?
Yeah, usually racers, they peak around 16 or 18.
No way.
Yeah, so I'm a little too old for that. But maybe if someone asked me, like, hey, do you want to race? I'm like, yeah, man.
And that would be open-wheeled IndyCar type stuff?
I could do, yeah, anything. Whatever they want me to, that'd be great.
That's awesome. Not only a student athlete, a killer radio station personality, but a race car driver. Kiyomi Mitsuda, thanks for coming in today.
No problem.
Now Cody Young joins us for more in the sports world and the details of Steph Curry's fantastic season.
Thanks, Matt. As we told you earlier, Golden State fans are rejoicing after the announcement that Stephen Curry is the NBA's most valuable player. One of the NBA's most skilled shooters, Curry consistently takes it to the basket with an average of 23 points per game. Curry led Golden State to a league-best 67 wins over the regular season, beating a franchise record, and it's not hard to see why. He averages 48.7 shooting from the floor and was 44% for his threes while once again smashing his own league marks. This is huge for the Warriors, who haven't had an MVP since moving to the Bay Area over 50 years ago. It's been a long time coming for the 27-year-old, who has dealt with ankle problems in his first 3 seasons and fans questioning his durability. Still, the young star managed to own 3 of the 5 most prolific three-point shooting seasons in NBA history. The Volvo Ocean Race has managed to make it back to the States in the only U.S. appearance as the boats come into Newport, Rhode Island. The crews aboard the 65-foot racing boats will stop and sail around in a fleet-style course race over the next week. The boats are ending a nearly 4,000-mile journey from the start of this leg in Brazil. This is only one part of the 9-month, 38,000-mile race around the world. Brad Reed of Sail Newport says preparations for the race has been going on for nearly 2 years. Competition is still close in the race as 6 of the remaining boats compete for first. Team Vestas is still out of the race after suffering a terrible crash onto a reef in the Pacific. American team Alva Medica stands in 4th place, 10 points behind Abu Dhabi Ocean Racing, Dongfeng Racing Team, and Team Brunel. May boxing fans were ready for one of the biggest events in boxing, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. The 2 boxing champions traded punches for 12 rounds before judges gave the title to Mayweather based on a unanimous decision. This means Mayweather remains undefeated, with 2 judges scoring it at 116-112 and the other 118-110. Mayweather also landed 67 more punches compared to Pacquiao, who landed double-figure punches in only 3 of the 12 rounds. The fight, however, was a bit of a letdown for some fans who were hoping for a more aggressive fight. There was also trouble watching the fight when the volume of buy orders overwhelmed the system and the fight was delayed for 30 minutes. That's it for sports. We'll catch you next week.
Thanks, Cody. How many of you have dreamed of being an Oprah and hosting your own TV show? That's the premises of a new film, Welcome to Me. KART News reporter Laura Noel previews the film and talks to its director.
Everybody comes to our beautiful planet Earth to do something great, something unique, something that only you were born to do.
Welcome to Me is about a woman with borderline personality disorder who wants to be Oprah. She wins the lottery and uses this money to buy her own show.
Thanks for calling the California Lottery. If you're calling to report a winning, just say, I'm a winner at any time.
I'm a winner at any time.
You must be the big winner. Hi, I'm Rich.
Me too. I want a talk show with me as the host.
What kind of stuff do you want to talk about?
Me.
I sat down with director Shira Piven to find out more about the film and what inspired her to make it.
So what inspired you to make this movie?
My good friend and colleague Elliot Lawrence wrote this amazing script. A mutual friend of ours said, you've got to read the script that Elliot wrote. I fell in love with it. It was one of those kind of connections that I feel like I've never had in my life. I just love the script and I saw it as a movie. It felt like it was already somehow, I can't explain it.
Has Oprah seen the movie yet?
I don't know. I don't think she has time to see movies.
4, 3. What is she doing?
No, I think she's a little frozen.
You're on TV now.
Hello, I'm Alice Klieg, and welcome to me.
How is it having a comedian as the lead in such a serious role?
There's something wonderful about seeing an actor or an actress who you've seen basically be funny in a role that's unexpected and have those kinds of, have the darker and more serious side be central to the role and the movie. It's pretty cool to have both those colors going on at once.
If you could describe the movie Welcome to Me in 3 words, what would you choose?
3 words. How am I going to do that?
I'll give you 5.
Okay. Selfie culture through the window of a forgotten woman.
There we go.
That's more than 5, but
it was pretty fantastic, though. Thank you so much, Shira. That was absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
And so it begins.
Don't miss Welcome to Me. It premieres in theaters in San Francisco Friday, May 8th.
So good.
Welcome to Me hits theaters tomorrow. And now for more on entertainment, Terrell Butler joins us.
Thanks, Kayla. This week's entertainment report is all about action. Summer is rapidly approaching, and for us, that means summer blockbusters. The movie of the week has to be Avengers: Age of Ultron. The long-awaited sequel to the biggest superhero movie of all times did not disappoint. This movie is non-stop thrills and chills. If you haven't gone to see it yet, wake up and join the conversation. The 3D sci-fi action adventure has already taken in over $200 million in the US and was #1 in the box office. Another highly anticipated action movie for the summer has to be Mad Max Fury Road. Check out this clip.
My world is fire and blood. Everybody's gone out of their mind. Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
What's your name?
Trust me, the best way to see this movie will be in 3D. This week's Man Cave movie of the week is American Gangster, starring Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe. This film originally dropped in 2007. Denzel takes us into the life of the ruthless Harlem gangster Frank Lucas. Lucas was the heroin king of Harlem in the late 1960s and 70s. Russell Crowe plays the role of Detective Richie Roberts, the task force director who is responsible for taking down the real Lucas crime organization. This is actually the second time these two cinema giants have teamed up for a film. The first one was the 1995 classic Virtuosity, also worth checking out. My last movie recommendation for this week is one that hits close to home, the blockbuster film San Andreas. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson stars as Los Angeles firefighter rescue pilot who comes to San Francisco to rescue his daughter after the city has been struck by the biggest earthquake in human history. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's entertainment report. Have a great weekend. I'll see you at the movies.
Thanks, Terrell. Now a question for you. Are all tattoos and piercings art, work, or can they be distasteful? Well, it all depends on who you ask. V&A Austin gives her opinions on why tattoos and piercings can be a beautiful thing.
Summer is right around the corner, and you know what that means. Tattoo and piercing season. Most people get their tattoos around this time because they can show off more skin and more color. I adore and love tattoos and piercings. I'm basically addicted. Tattoos are basically permanent works of art on your body. Why wouldn't you want to show them off to the world? But it's all about placement. Back, chest, ribs, arms are the best places. You can hide them easier when it comes to a more professional look. Face tattoos are probably the least attractive. If you do get one, it should be meaningful or special to you. Tattoos are a thought process because the pain in them is also a process. As far as piercings, it's more of a personal preference. I admire a lot of nose rings because people get creative with the style of rings. Belly rings are nice too, but I think the purpose of them is to remind people to do some ab work. I know I need to. That's all for my opinion today. Back to you guys.
Thanks, V. So after that opinion, it only seems fitting that we send VNA to the Howard Street Fair Festival. For those worried that San Francisco is losing its reputation as a place of unusual characters, the sights, body art, and music of the fair should put fears to rest.
The festival season begins with the 16th annual How Weird Street Fair. How weird is it? Very. From the performances and the art to the costumes and lack of costumes, Soma's Howard Street was a haven for the weird and the wild. Starting at 2nd and Howard, thousands of people lined up for this event.
I like this festival because as I was walking out of my apartment today, I felt very shunned from people on the streets. And then when I got on the train, I saw all these other weirdos, and I was like, oh, great. You know, like, we're all weirdos, and I'm not alone. So.
This year, the festival offered 10 performance stages and an expanded art alley that included everything from face painting by a San Francisco artist to performers swinging with precision at the intersection of 2nd and Howard.
The Howard Festival is supposed to celebrate different forms of art, free expression, and the freedom of people, as you see. Blocks of Howard Street. Now, as you see, that 12 blocks of Howard, 2nd, 1st, Montgomery, and so forth.
The Howard Street Fair initially grew out of a community of artists in the 90s, whose offices were located in the neighborhood. This year's theme, The Weirdest Show on Earth, was inspired by circuses of old and specifically San Francisco's long-vanished seaside amusement park, Playland at the Beach.
The music out here at Howard Street is awesome. The crowd, the people, you gotta come out to the Howard Street Fair. You love the music, the DJs, all the world, wonderful, weird people out here.
In San Francisco, I'm VNA Austin with KART News.
Well, that's the How Weird Fair for you. And that wraps up this edition of Academy of Art University's KART News. For everyone here, thanks for joining us. I'm Matt Seska.
And I'm Kayla Pritchett. Have a great evening and enjoy your weekend. We'll be taking a break for the summer and see you back in the fall.